married for 40 years. But to me, it's been really amazing. And after 40 years, we have a wonderful relationship. And the reason I know we have a wonderful relationship.
Thank you, guys. I'll be back.
In fact, this evening, as I was coming here, she gave me a good luck hug and a kiss. And she leaned over and she whispered in my ear, and she said, "Don't fuck this up." So after 40 years, the only thing that I dread is the look. I don't know if you've ever seen The Look. The Look's not pretty. The Look tells you made a total ass of yourself at dinner. The Look says, you're not wearing that outfit. Because if you wear that outfit, you're going to make an ass of yourself tonight. So in order to avoid the look, I'm on call tonight, but I'm not. So in order to avoid the look, I've adapted a couple of techniques, so I'm going to share one with you. I'm driving home, I call my wife, and she says, "We're going out for dinner." I say, "That's great." She says, "How about we go out for Chinese food?" I say, "How about pizza?" She says, "Chinese food." I say, "Pizza, Chinese food, pizza, Chinese food, pizza, Chinese food." Okay! Now see, that okay was not okay. That was not an okay. Because that okay did not indicate complete acceptance of her idea. An acknowledgement that her idea was the only right idea to begin with. So okay is not an okay. Okay is definitely not an okay. So to get the right okay, you need to loosen your cheeks. Raise your eyebrows. And then you gotta go, okay. And if you can do okay, you will be okay. I knew this audience was okay. So I learned more things. Several years ago, my oldest son got married to an incredibly beautiful, lovely young lady. And as the family was reconstituting and new family dynamics were happening, I realized that the bride, my future daughter-in-law, was the center of our family's universe. And around the bride, circling around the bride, was the groom, my son, and he was muttering, okay. Because truly, I taught him well. Just below the bride is the bride's mother. She can say anything, do anything, because if she got the look, she could give the anti-look. And when the look and the anti-look get together, they neutralize each other. There's a huge explosion, but nobody gets hurt. The next rung down is the father of the bride and the mother of the groom. They're susceptible to the look. They gotta be careful. But somewhere in the sub-basement, scurrying around with the mice, that's where the father of the groom is. Way down there. And he's susceptible from the look from everybody. Everybody can give him the look. So it became very clear to me that my opinion was not wanted. My checkbook, credit card, and wallet, that was wanted. So no matter what was asked of me, no matter what was said to me, I replied with, yes, okay, good idea, that's nice. And as long as I can get away with, yes, okay, good idea, that's nice, I was
okay.
Hey, you're catching on here. What? Wait a minute. If there was an opportunity where yes, okay, good idea, that's nice, isn't sufficient, The one last answer I had was, "Can I buy that for you?" That worked every time. That worked every time. So I was flying out to California where my son and daughter-in-law live with my two grandsons. And I was coming back at the airport. At the airport, there, you go through the metal detector. And I had a knee replacement last year. Come on. Oh. Okay, come on. Come on. But now I'm okay. So I had a knee replacement and they replaced it with metal. So when I went through the metal detector detected metal. So the alarms went off, the bells were ringing, the lights were flashing. Everybody got hysterical. There was an old lady with a walker, she got frightened. There was a woman with two kids, she grabbed the kids, she was hysterical. There were 3 Arab guys in the turbans and the hats and the schmattes, they were off to the side. They looked at me like I was Osama bin Laden. So there was this really adorable TSA agent, and she says, "You're going to have a pat down." I said, "This is my lucky day."
This is my lucky day.
So she says, "I have to have a pat down," but she calls over this BFG in the corner, big fat guy. So the BFG comes over to me, and he's got this really shit-eating grin on his face. And he snaps on these blue gloves.
Oh.
I don't know what these gloves are for. They make me a little bit nervous. So he snaps on the gloves and he says, "You need a pat down." I said, "Okay." So he literally starts patting me. So I said, "Are you looking for something up there?" I really can't hide much. Really? So he says, "Yeah, I noticed that. Have you tried Rogaine?" I'm looking at this BFG and I'm saying, "Have I tried Rogaine?" So I said, "Well, as a matter of fact, I have." Guess what he asked me? "How did it work?" I said, "It worked just as well as LA weight loss worked for you."
Whoa.
So he pats me down front and back. And it's a little uncomfortable, but when he finished, he found a bilateral hernia and a prostate nodule. And I didn't even have to give him a copay. So I'm getting ready for tonight's show, and I'm talking to my neighbor Marty. Marty's always got a problem. Marty's always got a problem. So I'm talking to Marty, he tells me he feels out of whack. I say, "Out of whack?" I say, "Shit, he's getting better. Is he in whack, re-whacked, or just whacked?" So I said, "Marty, you're out of whack, but can I get you back into whack?" Now, I'm not talking about the whack like Tony Soprano and Chris Christie. I'm not talking about Chris Christie's type of whack. I'm talking about the whack you can whack. And if you lack the whack, now I'm no whackologist, but if you're out of whack, you gotta get whack, but not everybody knows where to get whack. And you gotta be careful not to get too much whack, because if you get over whacked, that's a lot of whack, then you gotta get the whack off. And that's a whole nother story. So I'm talking to my friend Marty, and I'm thinking about his whack or lack of whack. And so what happens is, I get myself all discombobulated. So I know I'm coming here tonight. I can't be discombobulated, so I calm down. I focus. I recombobulate myself. So as of now, I'm in a perfect state of combobulation. Ladies and gentlemen, before I leave you, I just hope you are all wonderfully wet, comfortably combobulated, but most of all,